My biggest problem now is not sourcing deals or getting money. It's consistent, reliable, affordable labor.
Yeah.
I mean, I could line them up. I just can't find, I could do as many deals as I have the labor for. I just can't find it.
So you use third party for everything, right? Dude, we just went through this with our fund. I'm like, we have all these investors that we invest, we raise money on a deal by deal basis. And then we'll get senior loans, right, from a lending institution. And then we have mezz debt, which is like a second mortgage on some deals too. The mezz debt's always variable rate, and so it's jumped up over the past couple of years. It's at 20% right now. We've been servicing it for 4 years, $12 million. We just paid down $4 million, so it was actually $16 million. 12, and I'm like, why are we doing this? And they're giving us a hard time. They're busting our balls, this lender, all the time. And it's like, all this financial reporting and all this other stuff, and they're asking us questions, and I'm like, dude, let us go out and operate. Get off of our back. And you're overcharging us anyways. I was like, we eventually came to it, was like, let's just open up our own investment fund. We opened up a fund, I put it out to my investors at 15% interest rate. 5% on $12 million is $600,000 a year. That's gonna save that singular deal, $600,000 a year. And I don't have to deal with third party, and I have a lot more control over the whole situation now. All because I was just like, all right, fine, I'll just bring it in-house. Could you go and hire a bunch of guys at, I talked to a plumber about this. He's like, oh, I got too much work. I can't find good labor. I was like, he's charging me. He was at my house for an hour and charged me $400, right? And I think he bought maybe a $10 part. That's it. He had to like fish out a line or whatever, and that was it. He's charged me $400 for an hour of work. Maybe there's a drive cost. Let's call it, he makes $200 an hour. He's trying to pay people $25 an hour. I was like, bro, pay him $80 an hour, steal all the competitors' best people, have them come work for you. You're making still a 60% margin on it. Dude, like, why wouldn't you do that? There's enough need in the trade space to be able to pay people a lot more money. And that's exactly what I would do, man. I'd start another LLC. We pay people on a W-2 with benefits, with dental and health, and maybe there's a 401k or whatever that looks like. And you offer real benefits, like a real company, not like some joke company. I see that all the time. Hey, I want to really build this thing and to be a real business, but I want to pay people $10.99. I don't want to pay them this much. Dude, how do you compete with a real business then? You got to treat it like a real business if you want to pay you real business money. And so bringing that in-house, now you control it. You got your own deals that they can work on, and there's enough need in the marketplace where you could put it out there and still bill and make a spread on your labor and take on third-party type stuff, right? You got insurance and bonding and all this other stuff, but there's enough investors in this room who would be like, bro, can I borrow your guys for 2 days to just rip this roof off or fix this or fix that, and I'll pay you $150 an hour, and you're paying your guys $75 an hour. It's more than they're making anywhere else, and now you control it, right? Start with 1 or 2, and then do another one. That's what I would do, man. I think there's too many times that, like, all these issues, there's so many variables that are outside of our control, but there's some that are inside of our control, and that's a way that you can start taking control over it. You've been in business long enough, you know what you're doing, you got enough deal flow, you got enough money flow, you got enough business acumen. Dude, just build it out in-house. I think when you're first getting started, guys, third party everything while you focus on revenue generating activities. And then as you start generating revenue, you gotta start building out your own team and building out your own businesses. We brought all management in-house over the past 12 months because third-party management kept on shit in the bed. Interest rates didn't evaporate a bunch of our equity in our deals. Shitty management did. Poor joint venture partners did, right? Poor staffing, not collecting rents cost us way more money than the rise in interest rates or even the rise in insurance costs. Control the controllables, right? Right now, if you can handle that, dude, now you've got an edge over all the other investors because you now control the construction timing and budgeting, which are two erratic and very volatile variables in our business. So you control that, man, it's game over. Same thing, right? Find either you got it or you have your operations person. Put out an ad, put it everywhere, call all the guys. Dude, I would have the third party guy. I mean, this is kind of dirty, but if it's a company that, you know, have them come over and hire them to go and do the plumbing and go and meet the workers who are doing the plumbing and say, hey man, how much is this guy paying you? I'll pay you more. All right? That happens all the time. The people who are out of work, there's a reason they're out of work. All right? You got to go out and find good people and then bring them over to your company and attract them to your company. Compensation and culture are going to be the two big ways to do that. So consistency as well. Man, I think you have a huge competitive advantage if you do that.